Y'all killing me with this. I gave y'all 30 years of my career.
Robert.
30 years of my career. Y'all trying to kill me.
This R. Kelly interview that came out today is unbelievable. He looks like some dude completely overacting at some King Lear Shakespeare play. But I want to break down what really happened, because a lot of people are saying, oh, he completely lost his cool and just wigged out. I don't think so. I'm going to break down and show to you why I think everything in this was very strategic for him to do what he thought would appeal to people. Like, I think at the end of this, he's thinking, oh, this went exactly the way I wanted. People are now going to side with me, and I'm going to show you exactly what he does very systematically to attempt to do this. So let's dive in and watch this film.
I am surprised that you agreed to do it. Why are you sitting down with us today?
I'm very tired of all of the lies. I've been hearing things and, and seeing things on the blogs, and, I'm just tired.
What? Okay, you hear his tone of voice? How slow and calm and deliberate is it? I'm just tired of hearing things on the block. And the reason he does that is he's setting up a baseline. So he wants a reference point. So when he gets more animated, it even seems more animated because there's a baseline reference point when he was very calm. If he comes in and he's just super worked up, it doesn't seem as impacting as when people have seen the calm side and then they see the upside. Just like when you're speaking, to speak in an engaging tone of voice, if I talk like this the whole time, it's not going to be very engaging. And if I talk super worked up the whole time, it's not as engaging either. It's when you can have the dynamic change between the two of them. So this is very calculated.
What are the lies that you're hearing that disturb you most?
Oh, my God. All of them. Got little girls trapped in the basement, helicopters over my house, trying to rescue someone that doesn't need rescuing.
And notice, even when he's talking about something that's an emotional subject like this, he keeps it so calm and cool. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Whereas later, when he's really trying to let the floodgates of emotion go, he gets worked up over something much smaller. So it's very clear that he's trying to show the side of himself to start out. And by the way, I'll put a card up here, the little eye dot in the right corner, for the whole interview. If you want to watch this thing without me talking over it and come back and watch the review later, you can.
Handcuffing people, starving people. I have a harem, a coat. I don't even really know what a coat is, but I know I don't have one.
He doesn't know what it is, but he knows he doesn't have one.
Have you done anything that you regret? Have you done anything wrong?
Lots of things wrong when it comes to women that I apologize, but I apologize in those relationships at the time I was in the relationships.
Have you broken any laws when it comes to women?
Absolutely not.
Why the whisper answer? I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure if it means he's lying or not. I don't think we can deduce that. That's definitely weird.
Have you broken any laws when it comes to women?
Absolutely not.
Why would all these women tell these different stories about you if they were not true? And they don't know each other. That defies logic to me.
Right. Until you hear the explanation.
Okay, so this is a big turning point. Notice the change in his voice, in his vocal power, in his own confidence when he starts talking about this. This is something that he feels is true, and you can tell it by the way he projects confidence.
You can start a rumor on a guy like me or a celebrity just like that. All you have to do is push a button on your phone and say, so-and-so did this to me. R. Kelly did this to me. And if you get any traction from that, if you're able to write a book from that, if you're able to get a reality show, then any girl that I had a relationship in the past that it just didn't work out, she can come and say the same exact thing.
His voice went up like a full octave. Oh my God. She can come and say the same thing. It's literally an octave higher.
He's scorned and lied on me.
So they're lying on you. That's your explanation. They're lying on you.
Absolutely.
There it is again, out of nowhere. The whisper answer. Every time she asks him like a very direct question, absolutely. No, I have not.
Absolutely.
Correct me if I'm wrong, that you have never held anybody against their will.
Okay, now's his time to shine. He's thinking, okay, now it is. This is what he's practiced for.
I don't need to. Why would I?
Well,
How stupid would it be for R. Kelly, with all I've been through in my way, way past, to hold somebody, let alone 4, 5, 6, 50, you said. How stupid would I be to do that?
I didn't say you were holding.
That's stupid, guys.
I didn't.
Is this camera on me?
Okay, Notice how he's completely talking over him. And now, before he goes into the full thing, this is the telling part right here. He asks if the camera is on him. How many cameras are in that room? I mean, they've done so many camera switches. Of course there's a camera on you, but he wants to be so sure before he does his big grandiose production. So watch this. Is this camera on me?
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid.
He wants to be sure he's looking at the right camera when he does his finale.
Use your common sense. Don't forget the blogs. Forget how you feel about me. Hate me if you want to, love me if you want, but just use your common sense. How stupid would it be for me to, with my crazy past and what I've been through, right now I just think I need to be a monster and hold girls against their will, chain them up in my basement and don't let them eat and don't let them out unless they need some shoes down the street from their uncle. Robert, stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing. Robert. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me, y'all. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I gave y'all 30 years of my career.
Robert.
30 years of my career. Y'all trying to kill me. You killing me, man.
Right to the camera. Everything's to the camera. It's not to Gail.
This is not about music. I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids, and I can't do it. Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it. I hope this camera keep going.
You see that? This whole thing is completely planned. I hope if you're really that worked up about it that you're almost in tears, are you continually checking that the camera is rolling? And another thing he said in that was he's trying to have a relationship with his kids and this is messing it up. That's an appeal to everyone because kids is a soft spot. So he wanted to, get people on his side. So he thought saying that was going to do it. Now, the last thing he's going to do, I'll let you watch it and then I'll tell you.
No, we're going to let the camera keep rolling.
This is not true. This doesn't even make sense. Why would I hold all these women? Their mothers and fathers told me, we're going to destroy your career.
But Kelly's emotions remained raw.
It's real girls out there missing. It's real young girls out there being abducted.
So now he becomes an advocate for real abductions, right? He's the good guy. He's bringing attention to this real problem. That was his thought. He was going to tell people, we need to where these girls are chained up.
Being raped, okay? They really are on chains. They really do have chains on their wrists, and they can't get out. Robert, and they're ending up buried in deep.
Robert, we have to have a conversation. Really, I don't want you just ranting at the camera.
I came here for them to hear me talk. But I need help.
What kind of help?
This is the kind of help I need.
Yeah.
Tell me this isn't scripted. He's going to come out and say, I need help to get her attention. Here's the help I need.
What kind of help?
I need somebody to help me not have a big heart.
It's like the famous interview question where people are like, what's your biggest weakness? My biggest weakness is that I work too much.
Because my heart is so big. People betray me, and I keep forgiving them.
You sound like you're playing the victim here. You sound like R. Kelly. You do. When I listen to you,
I'm
it
just
does
telling
sound
the
like
truth.
You hear his voice. Like a lot of people say his voice, like the way to describe it is frightening. I think it's calculated. I mean, he's got a beautiful voice, one of the most unique voices in the world. But you can just see how the tone of voice, like we walked through at the beginning, it was so calm and gravelly. And then it was so worked up and it just jumped up an octave to express himself. He used that as a tool. A lot of people don't realize the impact that your voice has when you're talking to people. Yeah, he was jumping around. He was very animated. He was making hand gestures. But the voice alone conveys the most expression. And it also conveys people if you're confident or not. Just like we were able to pick out that point where he's talking about social media, how anybody at any point can basically make a claim against you, whether it's true or not, with no filter. How did he sound? He sounded confident. And this takes place anywhere. People who are in sales, people in the workplace, you want to sound confident. You want to have a strong, deep voice that when people hear it, they say, yeah, that guy sounds like he knows what he's talking about. Like, I don't even want to listen to this guy. I don't respect this guy. And this video is not about vocal tonality, but that's something that I do coach people on. So if you're interested in improving that, I've got a free checklist. You can touch or click up here in the right corner, and you can download it. It'll walk you through 5 things that'll help immediately.
Playing the victim
I'm just telling the truth. And the reason I'm emotional,
Robert,
and I apologize for that, is because this is the first time I was able to say
speak.
something. I've said nothing.
So R. Kelly's clearly got a lot of people coming at him right now, and that special that came out really painting him in a bad picture, in a bad light, is not helping. Like, it's very chic to really pile on him. I mean, look at all these analysis. It's so ridiculous. It's just slanted. Like, everybody's like, oh, telling the writers, come out with an article that's negative about R. Kelly right now. It's not unbiased. Nobody's looking at this from an unbiased perspective. It's kind of sad. Everyone's clowning on him. Now, when I was out on a first date, I felt a little bit of that when there were 3 dudes super drunk at the bar trying to make fun of me to make themselves look good and to make me look bad in front of my first date. And if you want to hear how I leveraged my voice to handle them, it's kind of an interesting story. You can click right here and I'll walk you through that. If you want to get that vocal power checklist, you can click right here to do it. Or if you haven't seen this video, this is a good one too. Click on any of those and I'll talk to you there.